Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Chatting Comics with me, Comic Rob, in the comic room. So if you are new to Chatting Comics, this is where we chat about comic books and everything comic book related. So let's get into today's episode. So today we're going to be looking at 4 what if comics. And if you don't know what a what if comic is, basically when a story, instead of going the way it was meant to go, goes in a different direction. It absolutely changes the story completely. 9 times out of 10 these things are a one-shot comic only, but I really like them. It's nice to see what else could have been or could have happened. But let's get into it, shall we? So the first one we're starting off today with is Arachnomorpheus, or more commonly known as What If, starring Spider-Man. Arachnomorpheus. So from 1996, Arachnomorpheus is set on Earth 688. In this reality, Spider-Man's powers has begun to mutate him into this horrendous monster. Everything he tries fails, slowly losing more time and more control over himself. But that's the thing, it's not just him, it's his son too. His son has inherited traits from the Spider-Man abilities, but more of the monstrous side, more of the horrific side. I love it. I absolutely love this thing. I think it's wicked. If you like more of that horror style of stories and stuff like that, this is it. This is absolutely the one for you. It is brilliantly done. So let's carry on with the Spider-Man. So we've got What If Spider-Man's parents destroyed his family. We start off with the Watcher, who proclaims that I am the Watcher, and this is not the world you know. So this one from 1994, after seeing Mary and Richard Parker, Peter Parker's parents, Aunt May exclaims that shit, this can't be them, this cannot be them, for which they transform to reveal that Peter Parker is Spider-Man to Aunt May. Before she can digest this information, they kill her and Mary Jane beside her, pinning the blame on Peter, aka Spider-Man, saying that she knew the true identity and he killed her for it. Which only enrages Peter even further to try and get these two imposters and figure out who they are and why they're out to destroy his life. So this is a really twisted story. I really love this. It's so odd to see Spider-Man get so angry and just enraged. It's just a real change of pace. It's just non-stop. It's just one thing after another with this. Mary Jane and Aunt May getting killed right at the beginning of the comic. Peter getting so angry, bursting into J.J. Jameson's office, threatening, wanting to know where these people are, and it's absolutely savage and brutal. And what happens, I'm not going to spoil it. Pick this one up. If you see it, pick it up. I highly recommend it. So the next one on my list for today is from 1992, and this is What If Barbara Ketch had become Ghost Rider? Well, it's exactly what it says on the tin. What if Barbara Ketch had become the Ghost Rider instead of her brother Danny? After getting caught in some crossfire with some really bad guys, Danny ends up taking a shot to the chest and Danny dies. Barbara gains the spirit of vengeance instead. But unlike her brother, she wants revenge. She wants to kill to get it. Going after her brother's killers and killing the Hobgoblin in front of Spider-Man. I know I said no more Spider-Man, but he's in this story. Spider-Man decides he has to try and stop her to save her. Granted, she's after her brother's killers more than anything, but the fact that she's going on a massive killing spree really gets up the nose of a lot of the heroes, including Doctor Strange. That's right, Doctor Strange is also within this comic. So it's a really wicked read. It's a really different read. It's sort of like, it's almost one of like one shot comic sort of thing. It's a one-off. If you see it, pick it up. It's a great little one just to have in your collection. It's just slightly different from everything else. It's absolutely wicked. So this one has no Spider-Man in it now. I promise, no more Spider-Man. What If, starring Sabretooth. So we find ourselves with Jubilee, narrating and describing the events just taking place before what is coming to pass. So the marriage of Scott and Jean, how happy an occasion it was, till now we see her over the body of the one they once called Bishop, torn to shreds by man or beast. Stuck in the labyrinth of the base where the X-Men reside, where everything is shut down, releasing the man the Professor was trying to heal and save. Moving forward, she reaches Hank McCoy, but he's not alone, fighting for his life against Sabretooth. So I don't want to spoil this one, because this is a really awesome read. This is dark. It really gives me kind of that Ripley Alien kind of vibe, where we're following Jubilee and she has this absolute crazed animal trying to hunt her down. It's really one of those stories, and it could give any kid nightmares. Just reading this, it's a lot darker and almost a little bit grittier, just visually as well. I really love this one. I think it's absolutely awesome. I highly recommend this. Please pick this one up as well. All of them today, pick them up, because they're kind of one shots on their own. Totally worth it. So that is it, guys. That is it for today. So normally I have the comics up along the back shelves somewhere, but because of my organisational skills, which are awesome, hence the box with the comics in, I've misplaced the other comics in a really sensible place, and now I can't find them. So these four, are they awesome or not? Or is one more awesome than the other? Please tell me down in the comments. I love doing these ones, guys. I love reading these such weird stories and just all the awesome stuff I normally get to do. So remember, guys, you guys are awesome, and I will see you in the next video. Now a word from our sponsor, some random things I found. So here we have the introducing Marvel Master Prints. These cards are so fantastic. They glisten, they're glossy, they're lovely, they're perfect, but they're attached to the staples. And if you remove them, you basically compromise the entire comic book. Slamming strawberries and kiwi Kool-Aid? What's not to love about this little sachet that you mix in? Well, the fact it's 20 years out of date, who wants this? Me. Give it. Fine.